Okay, let's start today. We are going to start BOT model. All of you are knowing very well what is meant by BOT. In the BOT model, B stands for build, O stands for operate, and T stands for transfer. So generally, we are knowing that everybody is knowing that whatever the toll booths are there on highway or whatever the service centers are there, these are constructed on a BOT principle. Okay, so through government, they are taking certain fund or permission. They are completing that particular highway of that particular kilometer, and because of traveling or due to the traveling on that highway facility provided, they are charging certain toll, and whatever the construction cost is there, that construction cost is get renewed through such a toll booths, then for certain years for their profits. Again, when that toll is started, whatever the recurring cost is there, that salary of the persons, those who are working on that toll and whatnot, all the things are included in that particular agreement. And after few years, that maybe after 10 years, 15 years, whatever maybe that agreement time is there, after that it is transferred to the government. So this BOT model, which is used for this particular tolls, we are knowing very well. Okay, so in detail we will learn this, then pros and cons, what are the advantage and disadvantage of these models are there. We will take a look on that also. Okay, so this is the standard BOT model where already I told B stands for build, O stands for operate, and T stands for transfer. Build, in this what there are certain points are there. Locate a qualified outsourcing vendor. So whenever that building order is there, construction order or project order is given, work order is given, for that locate qualified outsourcing vendor, means you have to find out qualified or capable company, that vendor. Okay, so there are two things are there when you are going for any work: outsourcing and insourcing. Insourcing means by using our own company, own workers, or uh, our own manpower, we should conduct that work. That is called in-house or in-sourcing. Generally, it is called in-house. Another one is outsourcing. It indicates that as you are not having that much manpower or equipments, then you are giving that work to another company. Okay, so that is called outsourcing. So from government, you are taking the work and you are giving to another. So you are the middle person. Okay, so generally, if you look at the government point of view, government is outsourcing the work because government don't want to provide more manpower like this. They are thinking, and they are providing such type of work to different vendors. To locate qualified outsourcing vendors, negotiate prices during operation phase. So this negotiation of prices is very important factor, and it can be done at initial stages and at during operation particular operation period. That means construction period we can say. Negotiate length of operation phase. Okay, so how much long time that operation should be there. So that particular part is also there. And last one is negotiate formula for acquisition, that is transfer fee. So what is there? Suppose if you take the example of Pandharpur Mohol Road, all of you are knowing well known about this. So whatever the 30-kilometer road is there, or 40 kilometer, whatever may be the length, for that road, government process some tenders. Okay, different contractors fill that tender, and after filling the tender, the negotiation is started. Okay, in that technical specifications are also there. So what will be the road width, what will be the quality of road, cement road or that black dumper road, etc. Whatever may be, that particular technical specifications are there. Then expected or estimated cost is also described there. And in that cost, if somebody, some company, how much he can reduce it, 10%, 20%, that is also discussed in negotiation part. And once that company or vendor is get finalized, then further part will be discussed. Suppose that 30-kilometer road may be costing of rupees, I say 100 crore rupees. Then one of the company, if he is investing 100 crore rupees, and if government don't want to pay him 100 crore rupees, then the government tells him that for this 30 or 40-kilometer road, you put two toll booths at different locations and you collect the toll. Then they are making the surveys on this route daily, how much vehicles are running. Okay, suppose on this road daily 200 vehicles are running, then per vehicle if they collect 10 50 rupees or 100 rupees, so 200 into suppose 100, so nearly 20,000 they will collect per day. Is it right? Then whatever the 100 crore rupees cost is there, for that 100 crore rupees cost, they are taking some loans from the banks. Then what is the interest of that loans? They are collecting 20 rupees per way, 100 rupees per vehicle, 200 vehicles may be there. So 20,000 one booth collection, another booth collection is 40,000. Per month they are getting near about 1,20,000 rupees. Or lump sum if we calculate, then 1 lakh rupees from both the two booths. Is it right? 40,000 per booth. Then sorry, 40,000 into 30. So it will be near about 12 lakh. So per month, if they are calculating 10 lakh rupees from both the booth, then per month, then for 1 year, they may be get 1 crore 20 lakh rupees. The loan amount or total tender is of 100 crore rupees. Then whatever the built up cost is there, whatever the loan amount is there, and based on that, for next 50 years or 20 years, 100 years, that toll booths will be related to this particular company. So likewise, these calculations are made. Okay, and whatever this negotiation of prices are there, that 100 crore, whatever the total cost is there, whether that 100 crore is from the pocket or some government will provide 50 crore and 50 crore from the contractor side. Then if 50 crore is provided by government, then for remaining 50 crore, how much is the operation phase will be there? So whatever the price for 50 crore is there, if that 50 crore is negotiation price, then what is the length of operation phase? If that company is getting suppose 1 crore rupees per month and they are required to invest 50 crore, so 50 years they have to run their toll booth. Again during these 50 years, whatever the expenditure is there, what are the expenditure that workers are required on toll booths 24 by 7, so shifts are required, their living and food arrangement and whatnot. That's why by calculating such things, it is decided that length of operation phase, and it may be kept there for maybe next 55 years. So 50 years for his own capital investment, then 5 years for that workers' salary and wages, other thing, and what are the 50 crore that loan is there for that again 5 years on the basis of that interest and other things. So for next 60 years that toll will be there, and for next 60 years that toll will be accumulated at that company account. After 60 years, that company will transfer that toll booth to the government. Okay, so we are just considering 200 vehicles. If number of vehicles are increased, automatically the duration will be get reduced. Okay, so if we are just considering average 200 vehicles per day, then this is the calculation. If we change that number of vehicles, instead of 200, if I go to 500 vehicles, definitely daily collection of toll will be more, then per month income will be more, per year income will be more, and whatever the loan they have taken, in that case the particular cost will be covered, whatever the expenditure is there, that will be covered in little bit early manner. So many times some tolls are there who are with that particular contractor for next we can say 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, 35 years, like this, and they are including their wages, their whatever the person they are working on toll and whatnot. Okay, so like this way, this negotiation of prices during operation phase and negotiation of length during operation phase is done. Then negotiation formula for acquisition, transfer phase. So in this, there are 2 points: total number of paid man years during operation phase, team profile, roles, year of experience, and skill set. So whatever the team is there, so when the company is transferring that particular toll booth to the government, then with the working team profile they are transferring. So what are the team in that, what should be the manager, what should be the experience of the person should be there, what will should be the skill set of that person should be there. Then total number of paid man years during operation phase. So for how many years, paid man years, what is mean by this paid man years, how many, for how many years you are paying the salary to the working man there, that is called paid man years during operation phase. So when that construction is get completed and that operating things are there, so for operating how many years you will take, total number of paid man years. So paid man years may be 20 years, 15 years, 5 years, 10 years, whatever maybe that calculation part is there. So everything is considered at built first condition, that is build condition. That means to before start of any project, before start of giving the work order, these all things are considered. So generally, if you calculate such things, these things calculations are done in years and paid man years. Suppose per year, if you are giving as a suppose 50 lakh as a salary, so 50 lakh as a salary. So suppose on the booth, suppose 5 booths are there, 5 booths, suppose per shift 10 people are required, then 3 shift 8 hours, 1 shift 3 shift. So for 3 shift 30 people are required, and 30 people if they are getting near about I can say 15,000 or 20,000 as a salary per month, then 30 into 20, so 6 lakh rupees is the per month salary, and 6 lakh rupees into 12, near about 72 lakh rupees is required per year as a salary. So that is called paid man year. So that is also negotiated during acquisition phase. And whatever that construction company is there, they have to build the road of 40 kilometer first, and then they can start the toll. Is it right? So without means without providing the service, you cannot acquire, you cannot take the benefit of that. And then total project is 100 crore, 50 crore is given by government, 50 crore is from company. Then that company want that my 50 crore should be returned back, and that should be with interest rate. Is it right? And plus what are the wages are there during this particular period, okay, to operate that. So these all things are come into the build condition or build cases. Then if you are going to the operate side, that is the second point, operate side, start with a pilot and increase the team steadily until reaching the maximum, reaching the minimum of 40 people at least for transfer people. That means this is standard condition that at transfer phase, at least 40 people should be there at that booth. Those are in working condition. Okay, so 40 people, minimum 40 people is required at transfer phase. That means after 20-30 years. That means start with pilot. Pilot means with minimum person or with minimum worker, we can start this particular work. But as slowly it goes there, that working area, working sector or working points, working areas are increasing, you are required to increase the team, that working team slowly. And the condition, the standard condition is that until reaching to the minimum people of 40, minimum 40 people for transfer phase. So whenever that transfer phase is there, at least at that time, 40 people should be required to work here. So if you just consider 4 booths may be there on each booth, suppose 10% are 2% are required for 1 shift, 10%, for 3 shifts 30%, then more 30 to the 10% are required. 40 minus 30, 10% are required. That 10% may be office and some bank, those who are going to the bank daily, or some other things. Okay, office boy, clerk, sweeper, etc. So they are coming to the, like this way, they are coming to the 40 people, and at the time of transfer at least 40 people is required. So at initial, the pilot or minimum people may be required there, and that can be possible. There is no any, uh, we can say, any point. But as time increases, time passes, the transfer phase 40 people is required. Then transfer phase, setup operation, facility, administration, and legal. So during transfer phase, these two things are measured. Whatever the toll booth is there, whether it is well set up, whether it is all the facilities are there, whether administratively it is very well. Okay, that means toll in charge, sub in charge, then cashier, then the other people. Okay, the guideline, lineman, whatever may be, sweeper, clerk, fuel, whether these all are set up or not. That is comes under facility and administration. Whether people living site is there, can people can live there or not, like this. And legal things, that whether any uh, legal query may be there or not, whether all the vehicles are paying. All of you are knowing that many a times there is a quarrel on the toll booth. We are not paying the tolls and whatnot and other things. So or sometimes due to some, we can say, these politic people, toll booths here burn and damage and all these things. So that all legal aspects are considered at the time of transfer. So not only this setup, facility and administration is important, but these legal points are also important at the time of transfer. So first you have to build it, you have to create it. During, before building, you have to go for negotiation of different things, operation phase, length of operation, formula, paid man years, expenditure, amount, government subsidy, and whatnot. And then you have to operate it for whatever the operation phase is mentioned in your agreement. And after that many years, operation years, you can transfer according to the facilities, administrative point, and legal point of view. Again, it back to the government. So this particular scenario, all of you are knowing very well, and this is called BOT, that is build, operate, and transfer. So BOT model is very, I can say, useful for government point of view, because public sector are involved in this. Okay, some private companies are involved in this. Okay, public and private, there are different sectors are there, they can involve. And through the public sector, public funding, the whatever the expenditure is there, that construction expenditure or some revenue is generated, and government is also helpful. So this BOT formula is quite successful if it is used properly.